actually going to record this tonight so that we go on the first thing today, but then when I was pulling up the walkthrough ahead of time, all the walkthroughs sort of spoiled me on the fact that this is in fact the final, more or less the final one. So, yeah. Which I was going to announce which one I thought was the final one when we got there. I thought there was another chapter after this. It's weird, so let's get into it. That was just me pulling up the walkthrough again. I'm very professional and also good at games. Maybe I wouldn't even need it like I didn't last time. Who knows? Also, a couple weeks back I got that infection, sucked ass, couldn't record for a while. I've got a little bit of a sore throat. It's probably nothing because I've had this sore throat for a little bit, but also it might affect my voice, which is why I'm telling you. Because apparently when I was talking to stepmom, right when I came down, she was like, "Are you getting sick again?" And it was like, "I still have a sore throat. How do you know?" And she was like, I can hear it in your voice. So I might sound a little different. I'm sorry about that. I'm still gonna try and do the voices until I lose my voice or something. The upended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely. Long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found in the darkness and salt water closing in on them. At the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. I'm gonna just check and make sure that my levels are okay, that my audio's fine, and that, the game is much louder than me. Right, because I had to futz with audio for fucking content warning. The audio in that game is so badly mixed. Good lord. Anyways. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Uh-huh. With the fucking pointy ass head. Holy shit, that is so funny. Also, I do enjoy the fact that he brought his fucking sunglasses with him somehow. So you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance, I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, haven't you? Aren't you? Fuck. You knew about me all along? Of course. What else could explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? How come you decided to save us all of a sudden? That you wanted to get revenge on us? I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell. I need to know. Who in the world are you? So look at you. What happened? Can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. Can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. Quite a bit of tonight. I thought it was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are and who I am too. What? Just tell me. The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something's stirring in my mind, a memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. The fucking... I forgot he becomes a mech at some point for no discernible reason. They got us good. It's all over for the submarine. Its engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsik fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah, that meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. Radiation's power effect. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences to the powers we get. Seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? Simple. In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago, he's dead. In the same position. That's just his way of dying. Ass up, as God intended. Fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart and I died. So of course I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Yeah. This poor dog. Aren't the Temsik remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too. Time effect. Another effect of the meteorite's radiation on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite. One of the characteristics of the fucking hell. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death. It's also strange and confusing. I can't take it in. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is contradiction. The fuck do you mean, bro? Sorry, what do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and my death. What? My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago. My body's time has perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, So I just simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with a scalpel. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Oh. Revenge. Sorry. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why he wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know. They had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temsek. Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cavanella and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. They stole my Temsek fragment, and here I am. They had one more final target. You, detective. Me? If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Okay, but I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. 10 years later, and you'd become a detective looking into Jowd's case. Tonight I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. Told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. Took possession of you to make you shoot me. Sorry. The subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. Junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway. They had other ideas. Simply wanted you wiped out. But then, someone threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that, but then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Inspector White was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. Had to get it back no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsek meteorite. Because you were looking into the Jowd case. They thought you would find out about Temsek sooner or later. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush this submarine. Oh no. There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and... There are no communication cables down this deep. They're meant for this submarine to be my coffin. Coffin for the dead. There's no escape. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. Wait, what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Lynn? Camilla! Is it true? We're stuck here? If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. I'm so sorry. That's funny. What is it? Something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsec fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why'd they have to jettison your body out into the sea? That's a good question, but I guess it doesn't matter why now. Criminy. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute. Yes, we do. This'll tell us where Detective Jad is. That present from the Inspector in White. That's right, Detective Jad told me to hold on to it for him. The bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. Their powers. Famous them? Right. Oh, wait a minute. What about a torpedo? Torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up. Looks like Detective Jad's our last hope. Alright. Right. So what do I do about that? Not that. Let's see. Okay, there's some grapes there. Oh, that's the button they used to feed grapes to the fucking guy. Sorry, that's very funny. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Well, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed. Oh, it sounds heavenly. I've been thinking about this for a while now. Don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country. Anyway, looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. Well, E is how I... No. E is how I trick. C is how I ghost. Q is how I ghost. Okay. Oh, okay. There is a phone line here. Dial? Torpedo room. Torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're gonna use a missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Jad up, but something like that. We'll climb up to the torpedo rooms, too. Criminy. I definitely know the English language. Up is definitely safer. Okay, see you there then. Looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. Okay. So... lower? The switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken, but I don't think the entire device is broken. Probably work just fine if I could move this switch up to use the way to do it, but I can't do my powers alone. Whoops, no. How do I... it's... oh, shit. Fuck. Okay. Okay, hi, welcome back. My computer crashed. Sorry about that. Well, my computer didn't crash, it died because I forgot to plug it in and it refuses to tell me when it needs to be plugged in, so sorry. But I don't think the entire device is broken though. Right, yes. Have to find a way to move it. Can't do it. The power is alone. Okay. Oh, that's Missile, isn't it? What happened to these two? Think that's up to us and our powers. What? It's no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Lend me your strength, Missile? Of course I will. Count on it. Okay, V, I guess? Not sure what I'm meant to be doing here. Do I just try it again? No, okay. Fucking shut up, bro. In that case, do I need to move down here and then Missile moves over to the switch? Oh, swap! Because that'll put the switch in a different position. Or rather, it'll put a non-broken switch up in the thing that I need to move. There we are. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable. How do you know that? I'll sit on this end too. Something's odd. What is? The command room, it looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay, hop into the Missile. I'll launch it for you. So I've got to get in. And then, oh, I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head towards the command room with Detective Jadis. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on till we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile? Sorry, I can't go. Just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camila behind. I can't do it. Assault. Assert the switches to the Miss Camila launch. They have to do the rest. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. I want you to go, Missile. You staying here won't change our fate, but if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen. That's our only hope. But if something doesn't happen, I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. You and I can understand that. Don't worry, Missile. I just know you fucking hell. I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. See each other then. Don't worry. That's a good boy, Missile. Missile is literally the bestest boy. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch. We're ready. Sissel? Yeah? Never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective. But we're gonna see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile? That's right. Promise, little lady. Of course we will. I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes, then. Yeah, she's strong enough to move the switch. God, I love the animation in this game. It's so good. It's 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. Started to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. How can a ray of light how can a ray of light hope reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Alrighty. Oh. Oh boy. Yeah, this is about the situation that I expected. Detective Jowd. I heard that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him. You better not. You might break your teeth. Command room has lost power and it's sinking. So I wonder what that masked man is gonna do. Search the Detective Jowd. Hi, bud. So you're probably dead again, huh? Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. Can't believe you made it here. How was Camila? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. Tell Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine, you know what? The submarine is badly damaged. Why would he do that to his own submarine? Wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yomiel? So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? That's right. But those people on the Yanoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Could you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jowd? Right. Meow meow. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. Doesn't sound like anything a top Pomeranian would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the type of crime that nation's top secrets might attract. Never for the life of me thought I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. Then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. Police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. 10 years ago, my soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. So that's why you murdered Alma? That's right. I want you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I want you to feel the same pain I felt. It's the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. Came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. Something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of it? A new life. I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. Second was a rebirth for me. New beginning. I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. Just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity in everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. Finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life that I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. So I decided to ask a national government to help me. The response in the end was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. Sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. They even figured out what Temsik was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this. Not at all. So then why'd they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of Temsik meteorite from the park? They couldn't. After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. Report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. Why is he always like this? Even in dramatic cutscenes. By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy. First, the government didn't believe the report. Then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance. Looks just like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Just a plain old weirdo. The park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsik meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsik meteorite. That's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this. Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Fuck, that's not what I wanted to open. I don't even know how I did that. Well, should we get started? Start with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life. What good would that do now?
Well, we promised. We promised Miss Lindy and Miss Camilla we'd save them.
We can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. So, where are we headed? Sorry. We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There is only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. By the way, I am not human, Detective. I'm a remote-controlled robot. What? The country's use of technology is just plain off. We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go through all the trouble to do this? There's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. I keep accidentally hitting the scroll button. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective. When did you put your head back on? Did I miss that animation? I probably did. I probably did. Now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems. Mila, forgive me. For dying. Sorry I died. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. Possibility of turning this situation around. I'm so sorry. Huh? What is it, Detective? Look at Yomiel's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. Temsec fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? Do I? Yeah. I do this right away. I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of. My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsec. His body cycled between the moments of his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsec fragment has been taken away. Exactly, so what does that mean? Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsec fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So that means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death?
Wait a minute. Exactly when is that death?
That's simple. Find out when we get there. Let's move. fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it. Final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all the clues. All I have to do now is remember. Final journey to the truth starts now. I think, yeah, it's gonna save, and then it's 5:10 to 5:42. Save your current place in time is so fun. And then we will continue playing, because this is the last chapter. And I've only been playing 19 minutes. When was Yomiel's death? It was 10 years ago when the Temsik meteorite fell. We traveled back through time and now we're here at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. So it was about 5:30 when he died. Because it was 5:26. 4 minutes before 10. Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. It's the cat. We've seen that cat multiple times before. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoot, you might get hurt. And then the fucking sky fell on Yomiel, which is that was a big ass fragment too. Like, it wasn't even sharp. How the fuck did that get in there? Also, no entry range, but that's fine. I'm assuming since it was a ghost magic meteor, it phased through his body and ended up inside of him. You're alright now. Are you hurt?
You saved me?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Temsik meteorite. Eh? It's beautiful looking at it from this angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsik from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. That meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. My fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started. I don't fucking understand any of this, so let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Why was she cooking yams in the park? What a fucking weirdo. How are we gonna save you? One would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. Alright, it's sweet potato. When her sweet potato is almost ready, she's not going to budge from that spot. You know, it makes me wonder, will a girl all alone in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato? What kind of childhood did this girl have?
Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break.
Anyway, if Wood won't budge from that spot, I'll just have to move the fragment instead. I'm stuck here.
But Missile isn't. Nope. Chatty. Her kid design is so fucking cute. Okay. It's a kitty. Okay. Headphones, nozzle. I can't reach that from there, but I can reach that from her headphones. So roasted sweet potato. What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You've made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least her fate has been changed, albeit ever so slightly. In that she's not, like, catatonic when all this is happening, although I don't really know that that's better. Okay. Right. I hate the fact that it won't let me, like, move things. Okay, you go sit in the nozzle, because I think I vaguely remember I need to swap this sweet potato with something that resembles it. But I don't know what. So from the basket, where can I go? Go here. It's also a nozzle. Okay, from here I can't reach anything. I know I have to swap the sweet potato for something. I'm assuming whatever I have to swap it with. Oh, I think I have an idea what I might need to swap it with, actually. Yeah, let's rock that. And then go back into the nozzle, I guess. Maybe, hang on. Right. I can't do that. Right. Let's fill this up. No? Is that not how I do it? No, don't talk to him. Maybe I have to chill in the sweet potato? Missile has to do something? Maybe there is literally nothing I can do right now. It's entirely possible, but I feel like Sissel should be doing something at the moment. Whoops. That's some pretty spirited water there. It's what's known as a fountain. That much force, I think it could lift me right up into the air. Lift you into the air, eh? That's right, it just might be able to lift something if it was small enough. Like that thing that just went floating by, for example. Oh! I fucked this up. Okay. Well, that explains it. I was like, I seem to recall being able to do something with this. I don't know why it's not happening. No, it's because I fucked it up. Okay. So I was right. This and Missile need to actually interact, but not quite yet. So actually, Missile, why don't you get down here and get into this... Oh, you can't get into the sweet potato yet. Okay. Oh, no. I need to be Sissel for this, and I need to wait until the sweet potato... You know what? Sissel... I think Sissel needs to be in this. Because I think Missile can reach. Oh yeah, Missile's cool. Missile can reach. Q and then Q again. Okay. Oh, look at that sweet potato. That big, scary sweet potato. That's not a sweet potato, Missile. That's Mina. Oh, right. Look at them, the potato and Nino. Right now, they both have the same shape. So you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile. Okay, here I go, and I'm gonna need your help. Yes, okay. So... not in that way. Sissel, would loop it down to the nozzle, and then why do I always select the thing that is the correct thing? Ah, so it does need to be sprayed higher. I'm so sorry I'm making all these disgusting noises. Swap them. That was quite a sight to see. It looks like this park just got a new feature. But neither one of them even glanced this way. Guess that's not surprising, seeing as even a meteorite didn't distract them. Hey, it was a desperate situation. Kill or be killed. Yomiel is killed right after this, by the meteorite. Now that the park is a new feature, can we use it to our advantage in any way? First appearance of life. Fail by removing a large symbol. Oh no! Oh no! Did I fail? I haven't failed yet. Oh no, I think I did fail. No, okay, Miss, I need you to go to the closest thing you can reach. Get up there. I did fail. I need you to put the sweet potato someplace else, I think. And Minna. Oh, fuck, I did fail. That sucks ass. Because the sweet potato isn't around for me to, yeah, I think I might have failed this. It's about time for that meteorite to come down. Fragments pass somehow. It looks like both paths and fates can be difficult things to change. There has to be a way. Work together, I thought we'd be able to do something. That's funny. I wonder why he's using the past tense. Oh, hang on. I'm being an idiot. But you can reach this one, can't you? No, you cannot. Never mind. Oh. Okay, sweet potatoes over here. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, huh? It's just slightly too far. Yeah, okay. I think I know what I need to do, but I'm gonna wait and see their death time sort of ideas, like what they think is going on. Doubt we can move those two from that spot. Which means we have to do something with the Temsik fragment instead. That should be easy with our powers. I think you're right, Missile. Okay, yeah, it is literally just, I just need to do things a more intelligent way. Okay. Got it. So, rock that. Do this. Missile. Get down here, boy. Okay. And then I'm going to continue to be Sissel. Get that out of the way. So difficult after so long of calling him Sissel to no longer be calling him Sissel. Okay, right. I don't need to be the sweet potato, but Missile sure does. So why don't we do that? And then I did need to be that sweet potato. There is no other way to get closer to that. That was so stupid. Right, because I just need to remember that Missile can go basically anywhere, but Sissel needs a little more help. I'm so sorry. Oh, V. I need to be me. Or main character guy. Okay, so that Mina thing was a complete red herring. No, do not swap them. You should. Oh, shoot. All I can swap it with is Mina. I wanted to swap it with one of these. Well, hang on. Can I swap these? No. Shoot. Okay. So what can Sissel do from here? And just spray it higher. Right, okay, so that actually gets Missile closer to being able to... Stop that! What are you doing? Okay. Swap those. Is that anything? No, okay. They don't react to it, but I remember it hit the post and that's what brought its trajectory down. So hitting the sweet potato should be fine. I think. There's no way to like rock the post lantern to get over. So we'll just have to see what happens when the Temsec fragment shows up. Maybe it ends up in his shoulder and doesn't count. I don't fully remember how this works. No? Okay. So something needs to be in its way, is what I've gathered. Okay. So something big needs to be in its way. So what that's telling me is that Mino needs to be in its way. Let's look at down here. You stop being up there. I know I put you there, Missile, but don't be there. Okay. Okay. Sure, swap that. No, that's not quite what I wanted to do. No, don't talk. Oh. Okay, no, I feel like this is wrong. No, stop that. I feel like this is wrong. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. No, I need the post lantern to be there, so swap. Maybe not? Don't, how do I get down from here? Okay, I've gotta wait, I guess, until... I wonder if this, maybe if I swap these two, the post lantern will act differently than the sweet potato did. Nope. What did I do that ended up where I could reach from the sweet potato to a post lantern? I think I fucked this up again. Ugh, I'm so bad at this. Cause yeah, now... No, okay, I've gotta fucking do it again. Sorry. Gotta do it again, but like, I think I know what it is I need to do. It's just... actually getting it done is annoying. Like, I've got to get Mino there somehow. By some method, Mino needs to get up to that post lantern.
here while I'm doing this. If you can from here. You can reach the sweet potato. Okay. Oh, that's not really useful though. But can he from here reach me now? No, he cannot from here reach me now. So, sorry. I think I need that to end up over here. I can't like just be in that once I'm here, which is the problem, which is why I need to be able to reach the sweet potato from something else. Is there something I can swap this with? I feel like there's gotta be something I can swap this with. They swap the fucking nozzles? That do something for me? Maybe I can reach the post lantern from here? No. Okay, let's see. Maybe if I get Sissel into the post lantern, I can do something. Like get Missile into the nozzle so that he can reach Mino. I don't, not 100% sure. And I can't reach that post lantern from here. Okay, from the sweet potato to... Okay, I get the feeling I'm gonna need that walkthrough, but how long have I been playing? Yeah, I'm gonna need that walkthrough. But I'm gonna go back to after the fate change. Because I get the feeling that I've just been doing this so fucking wrong. I'm so fucking stupid. Nope. I realize. Hang on. Hang the fuck on. Because I've been... I think I know what I've been doing wrong. Get up there. Okay. I was being real dumb. Like, exceptionally dumb. Okay. This'll get down there. Start a spraying. Missile, get in that fucking sweet potato. And then, I cannot believe I didn't. There's a reason it doesn't automatically unpause. I'm so fucking stupid. Come on, Missile. There we go. Mino's where he is meant to be. Where God intended him to be. That was so fucking stupid. I was like, usually... I was halfway to the right thing, which is why nothing was going on. Oh, look, the lamppost is bending. It hasn't broken yet. Really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. Just might hold out for a little while longer. If I recall, the Temstick fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down. But if Mino sits firmly in its way, the fate should change. Okay. Yes, but I need to... I think Missile needs to get over there. Can he reach the other post? Yes, but it'll just make it swap. Oh, right. Of course, once the fan turn... What the fuck is a fan turn? Care to elaborate, brain? What is a fan turn? Just gonna sit in this post lantern for a moment. And then Missile will be over here to catch a glimpse. So what time for the meteorite? Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in the fragment's path.
Oh, okay, that giant sweet potato. If anything can get in the way, that ugly monster can.
Ouch. Anyway, now the fragment's path ought to change. Just fucking kills Lynn instead. Ghost Trick 2 is just us stopping Lynn. As she rampages.
There, how's that? Look, the fragment's course, it changed a little.
No, Yomiel's fate should change. Wait a minute, take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? No. It's Detective Jones' dick. He needed that to make Camila. I'm sorry. The time stick fragment shot through his leg. What? Full twists of fate weren't over yet. Come on, put it down. Huh? Just put the gun down. If you don't, you're going to shoot him. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. The gun down. Don't make me... Oh, fuck. I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands. I won't let that happen. Oh, thank God it let me... It paused it. Bolt stopped in midair.
I'm here, inside the bullet. Let's swap it with something.
With what? Detective Jode, the meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. That's not true. We have to prove that murder isn't the detective's true fate. To do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet. The sweet potato. Smash him in the face with a sweet potato. Oh no. Stop the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious and in so much fucking pain. Holy shit. Holy shit, this hurts. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still, this fate is just too painful to watch in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. We were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. Yeah. Go! Wake up, you've got to get out of there. My leg won't work.
It's all over. We're out of time. Slim.
It's not over yet.
There isn't anything else to swap with.
Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? And if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse, and then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen, not if I can help it.
What can we do now? What if we work together?
I think there might be something that can be done. Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. It's your power to manipulate that. Get it. Just trust me. Alright. Gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case,
Pick its spray as if your death depended on it. Give it a try. Remember, you'll only have a split second. I can even fucking take instructions. I just... Now it's your turn? Huh? Swap the thing. Swap the thing with the thing. Yep. Hunk of concrete will go back to its original position. But if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lim. Don't worry. Okay. Jeez, we can't stop me now. I do now. Notice how gaining a second or two helped. Oh, it helped alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. I like how different the color schemes are. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. That's right. Gonna save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Just a fucking football throw. I don't know if... I don't think that pause was there in the game. I think that was... But it was perfectly timed if it wasn't. The gods. Yeah. See, now the gods almost killed Lynn instead of saving Lynn. Oh, you're awake. Don't ask what happened. I have no fucking explanation, lady. Mister, is your knee okay? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. Ignore the hole. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit. The main thing is that you're not hurt. You saved me? It's just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones that saved you. No, I think Yomiel had a part in that. Just crushed under the fucking... Do you want to go and get him a doctor? Maybe I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? Think you could do it quicker than I could? What's that? It's a detective badge. We give them to children who've been very brave. A detective's badge? It's T-posing. Aw. Okay, you know what to do, little detective? Yeah, because he cannot run with his fucking leg. Are you alive? Yeah, sadly. Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It's as if someone else was controlling me. I see. But you know, glad it happened. That kid. He's the kitty again. You missed her. Found this kitten. It was over there. Come to think of it, just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray. It's kind of limp. Is it okay? I don't know. I think it's unconscious. It's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything. Oh, the kitty. How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. You'll figure out that kittens, of course. Sissels. The name Sissel echoes in my head. The expression on Yomiel's face. That's my real name. The expression on Yomiel's face when he said that just fucking broke my heart. Like, yeah, his fate changed in a big way. These long, lonely 10 years, you were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now?
old friend.
Your little kitty.
I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Somebody please look at me. Kitten, sure you might get hurt.
Look at you.
Somebody please reach a hand out to me. I had only just died at the time. I'd lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach a hand to him. Next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. No recollection of who I was. I lived as a cat with you for a while.
Baby. Okay.
For a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to just being a cat. Then the man got his body back. He started doing crimes with it almost immediately. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. Took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yum Yao." Yeah. The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. Told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me. They weren't happy for the man. There was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. First, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects. Then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted artificial light. And I got my revenge on Lynn. I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. Left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. As Sissel. Black cat. I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you buried the body of your old friend. Buried. Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. Then, I went to possess his body. I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel, inside the bag, was dead. What? Yeah. That first shot. I
wasn't able to control her completely. First bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel. Yeah, that's when I lost my life. Oh shit. Yes, that's when I lost my life, right there in the presence of Temsic radiation. That's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It's the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. As it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. True Death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? Sissel, do you remember what happened the last time Yomiel told you not to do something? I presume it did not go very well because you're a cat. It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Because you're a cat. Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there's some things that you can do that I can't. I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that.
But you're here 10 years in the past now.
That's thanks to your powers. Just tagged along with you.
Meow.
In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yeah, I think you're right. So, this is the last fate to be averted, eh? A fun little detail. Over the course of this game, Sissel has saved the lives of 9 different people. Just a fun little detail. And now going back every single time in those previous episodes, you've heard me go like, oh, that's foreshadowing? Oh, I bet you would think that, Sissel. This is why. He's a fucking cat. So, Yomiel, looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yeah, and I'm glad, too. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness.
Well, I guess it's time we got back. New 10 years later was just born.
Right, we should get back to our new present.
Can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again.
These past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. Memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this Game of the Dead works, eh? No matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. Most inexcusable crime in my life. Hey, Sissel. When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. We'll be like we never met. So before that happens, I just want to say one thing. Tonight I stole your life with my own hands. I'm sorry.
It's already a thing of the lost paths. Fuck. Past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yomiel?
Thank you. So very glad I met you.
You too. Sissel?
Are we ever gonna see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't.
Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait till then.
Cecil, I'll never forget you.
Never forget you either, you found little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little kitty. Home, huh? Sounds good.
You're so little. I love you.
We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our own new present. Said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Yeah. Wait. I don't know who said that. It's you, I know who you are. Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you! Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you've forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I am really grateful to you, Cecil. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know who exactly you are. Fair enough, I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fates of many people tonight, first of which was hers. Goodbye. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot in the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. A story of a little creature. Though they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. Stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left. In the process... Yeah. 2 little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. That, the powers of the dead, but how? He didn't really understand it himself, not yet anyways. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. Unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects.
He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the lady.
Little fellow chased after the man. Still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. Then he went back. Went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. He decided to wait it out. Decided to wait until that night came again. That's the other version of the story of this night. A story that's taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? Fucking old ass Missile with the fucking beard. That's right, I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years.
You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, So you decided to wait those 10 years out. Try and make his voice more cat-like as I go on. Exactly, and then at last that fateful night rolled around again. By this time I had grown old and my powers were weak, so I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second, you were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened. Became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. From watching the man in red, I found out there were differences in our powers. Couldn't do any of the things he could do, like travel through the phone lines, for example. May not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody. There's something I don't understand. You knew from the beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night the very first time around. We met before? From listening to the conversation of the true intruders in the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life in the junkyard at the edge of town. Followed the ghost-rolled paths to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. Made my first stand on end, I can tell you. That was me. So I was shot on that night the first time around as well? God, fuck you, Lynn. Maybe I should have let you die. You had lost your memory that time, too. You just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. Then you fucked off. Then you disappeared, away over the phone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage. The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. Namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to Yomiya. Gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction, and then I gave you a time limit. That's right, as you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. The man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have all been over. Then you mean that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that? Completely made up. Little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. Hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. Now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them so will I. Missile, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it, and so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile, so you waited and waited these 10 long years. All for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh? Of course, because that's what doggies do. Now, farewell, Sissel. Bye, old Missile. So sorry. So the story of a single night came to a fuck you. Nobody but us knew what happened in this town tonight. Made my way back to a new present. The text just fucking disappearing on me, asshole. It's dark. Just turn on the lights here. And there I am, the cutest little fucker. Were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. It worked. But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. Made this surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again. That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? That's a bit of a stretch, but any excuse to fucking celebrate, I guess. Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd. Mila, let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi, Camila. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Something wrong? You have one of those badges, too. Oh, this, yeah? I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. Yours looks a lot older than mine, though. How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day. When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, eh? Now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. That you will. That you will. Yeah. Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're the same little kitten. That's right, the very one. You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yep, he never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fella. No, right? His name is Sissel. Huh. Seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, I saved your life, like, 1,000,000 times. I think Sissel likes you. This woman. Right, yeah, let's celebrate. That's Alma. Somehow. Bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow too. I don't know which of them said that. I think it was Lynn. So we meet again, Sissel. I died so many fucking times, it's impossible for me to have forgotten you. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. Meow. Now, this is my new fate. Yeah. He's the only bitch with a Temsic fragment left. I guess I really am a cat. Suits me just fine to curl up and watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives as they unfold. It looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. So yeah, there's Missel. Sissel on top of the fucking... Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn. Like I said, it isn't my birthday. He does not care. Hi, Missel. Hey, Missel. I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. Of course, he's Italian, and so he must have the spaghetti. Missel losing his fucking mind because he hasn't seen Camila in like 10 years. Well, not in 10 years, but in a while. I... Not bad, huh? That's definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective, just like Inspector Cabanella. What kind of example is the inspector providing to his men? A very queer one. I know he's married to a woman, but tell me that that man is cishet. Tell me and lie to me. Here's your food, gentlemen. Wasn't she a spy? Is she spying on their meetings now? Cameron, what are you doing here? Heard you were going to be picking new members to the Special Investigation Unit today. Took on a part-time job here again just so you could eavesdrop? Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals. Well, she becomes a part of the Special Investigation Unit, doesn't she? Never cooked this way before, so exotic. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek. Curried chicken. Is this really necessary, this new curried chicken menu item? Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Now good luck with the taste testing. I'm guessing it's super spicy. Who would your very best customer be? Is that Lynn, or is that... Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway? Oh, it's him! Right! Because Yum Yum didn't possess all those people. He's not in prison. He's not in forever prison. He's just vibing. Also, I bet that guy can handle his spice way better than Yum Yum can. Are you sure we really need all these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said. Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams. His complete lack of expression changed. Listen, whatever is going on with his head, he's definitely got some sort of brain damage. Maybe an elongated brain. So, like, I get it. It makes sense. Not a thought in his head. So, this is where you work, huh, Papa? That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? Must have heard some juicy stories, the indiscretions of a minister, perhaps? Must you talk that way in front of our darling angel? Here is to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. Hopefully in those past 10 years, they've become a much less weird and toxic couple. You know? That self-replicate. This deal is going quite well. I must say his grips are quite good now. Dino is about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Be forewarned, sir. Give it together, man. Were you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I nearly died of fright just now. His head just fucking popping off like that. Really does feel like they didn't put it on right. Like, they do all this technology, but sometimes it's just wrong. Oh yeah, oh, he's playing for the pigeons. Love, peace, and pigeons. Long live rock and roll. So true, bestie. I love this character. Like, him and the rock guy. Stop the park from charging admission. Protect the rights of those who live here. No way this rocker dude isn't into that. Also, they should be boyfriends. They just feel like the two people who are the most fucking insane to look at, and therefore, and also I can just see them like teaming up to stop the park from charging admission, because you know they're both anti-establishment. Today's the day, you know. It's finally getting out. No, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Then let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. Well, dance away the pain. I'm sure you do, my man. Well, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week? Ten long years, Yo-Meow. I was up today. The lady that always comes to visit you's waiting outside. Thank you, Sissel. Aww. They look like proud dads despite both of them literally being married to Wuhan. This is so funny. But, yeah. Yeah. Thank everybody for watching. I think there's one more little scene at the end of this. I might be wrong. That might have been... I literally might be remembering fan art I've seen. But I think there was one more little scene at the end of the credits here. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I think this is the first series on this channel that I've actually like finished all the way to the end, which is wonderful. And of course there had to be an issue right in the middle of it, but alas, alas, it is yeah. So I'm just gonna let this play out. Ghost Trick is it is one of my favorite games of all time. I know in certain places the dialogue is overwritten and there's a lot of repetition, especially with the go back to 4 months before your death thing, but there was just something about this, like, and you'll know from my love of In Stars and Time, but there was just something about the time loop genre that just gets me, you know? Like one of my favorite podcasts of all time, my favorite arc in it, The 11th Hour, is in fact a time loop. I love In Stars and Time. Yeah, it's just, So yeah, this game, I fucking love it so much. Ghost Advisor Shutakumi. I don't know who Shutakumi is. I should maybe look that up. There might be some interesting information there. But yeah. No, okay. Fate averted. Incarnation. Yeah, alright. That is the end of the game. It is in fact fan art that I'm remembering, I guess. Damn. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching. Go stick to the end if you have. If you haven't, boy, this must have been a fucking confusing video for you, huh? But yeah, I'll see you in whatever I do next. I'm not entirely sure what's gonna be replacing Ghost Trick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that one. See if any like interesting games have come out recently. If not, might go back to an older one. The Wandering Village, I believe somebody gifted that to me for my birthday, actually. I could start up a playthrough of The Wandering Village. But if you guys have any suggestions for what to do to replace Ghost Trick on the channel, let me know. I'll consider anything. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.